my book, parenting is important. I saw that in how you parented, and interestingly enough, you don't even have good beliefs in God, but you were patient. And so they are. And as I talk to Linus, I know that Linus is in a good place in his life. He doesn't need God. But things happen in our lives. That is when God designed us to keep thinking and feeling and thinking and feeling and believing. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? But those mental processes have been so corrupted by the bad beliefs. Silang day si Robert, pwede may magkuhan. Pwede may mag-Bible study. I mean, people, di ba yung aboy, ay, ito lang, just listen to that. They have their agenda, Melody. They have to protect their agenda by saying that, naman as Bible, and it is God's Word. But God is Jesus Christ. God is not Moses. Katong gisulti ni Moses about God, they were so bad. And they were wrong. Look at the world now as a result. Angry people, impatient, vindictive, punishing, exclusive, materialistic. That's how the world is. That's been from the beginning of time. Ni Adam and Eve, tingali impatient. When they wanted something, they felt bad. Adam and Eve nagaway. You know, ang tingog di mao. So now you had original sin ever since. Pagsugod pa na because of what we accumulate of knowledge that are stored by our minds in dendrites of neurons that grow like a tree of good and evil. As told metaphorically in the story of Genesis, the original sin. Tinood man na. So the Bible is a good book to read to understand things. But in the beginning there was a word, correct na. Because when you're creating, it starts with a concept, and it's in a word. And it is in God's mind. And when God said this is good, believed it good, He said, let there be light. You have the Big Bang. Alright? Mm-hmm. And that's what it is. You can believe that. Or, hey, can we prove it? Who could ever prove the beginning of time? Nobody can. But if you're here and everything you say and do is about trying to feel good and be happy, why not be smart and just believe what makes logical and plausible sense anyway? So this God is powerful, good, intelligent, and everything, and you can see it in what exists. I mean, why power na? Look at the universe. Why intelligence? Even the colors that we have, where bees are attracted to the colors of the flowers, that pollinates because they go there. The circle and cycle that's so functional. If only man, through our freedom of the will, did not mess it up. Did that make a mess up because of our bad beliefs? How do we... Tanaw ang mga Republicans, number one. They're about money, money, money. Ang naman na. And I'm just gonna say nga nila, I'm gonna go to the Philippines unafraid because I believe that God created us. And therefore, because if God is good, we are basically good. And I believe that Dan is good. Now, I also believe the Buddhist way of positive ways of thinking, where they say, I accept myself completely here and now, and conscious, no, really day number 8 na. I take full responsibility here and now for everything I experience because it is my own bad perspectives that creates my actions and influences the reactions of others around me. If I had come across the Fred thinking that I'm afraid or thinking the conflict way, that's why you always have the legal system that is costing us so much money, okay? If I came across the Fred like that and I hide and I don't go home where he is already angry, don't you think he will get even more upset? And now, what about me? I don't get to go home anymore. By the time I go home, what now? And what about Mila? She will be arraigned June 11th. Why will I postpone when Mila is right there with me? Kami gunduhaan eh. And I've always said it na ako i-abandon si Mila.
How are you going to save Mila? Kung ikaw mismo ma-jail ka, mabutang ka sa jail, how are you going to save her?
Bad perspectives where you are afraid now, Melody, because you don't have good beliefs about God.
Oh, I believe in God. I believe in keeping my powder dry. Do you know the meaning of that?
The meaning of God?
No, katong akong giingon, kang Cromwell nga kuan ba? Have faith in God, but keep your powder dry ba? I mean,
that's
look
why
at...
I'm raising money. I'm still working on the business so that I have money to bring. And that's why if people can help me, I'm asking, can they give me money or lend me money? I'm also thinking about the physical because I know, because na gusto ko mo pa itong computer, ihatag kang friend. I'm not just gonna talk to you about blah, 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 blah. No.
You're going to give him a computer.
Part, huh?
And you think he will be happy with the computer.
I think I would be if I was in his shoes. Given what his
But you're not, Fred.
He knows.
Fred is not you. He doesn't have
Money
your...
already.
He does not have your education or your perspective. He's coming from a very different... He is coming from a very different perspective as you are, ba?
You have to be able to see from his perspective, no, Melvie. He is angry right now. He really just wants his money back.
Yeah, and you think that a computer is going to make him happy enough to release
so
you.
I can communicate with him and so he can be aware of the knowledge out there. Because right now, yung perspective limited kayo because he doesn't know much. Or ang iya is negosyo. That's what he learned from his parents or father.
Okay, let's see. Katong imong ipada, Angkon, you were telling me basically the same things, that people are good, that the customs people are good also. Basically, everyone is good and you can talk to them. So now...
Basically, good means, na Melvie, when they have their agenda, okay, good means they think in ways that they will use what they know to be good to achieve their agenda. Fred, his money. Okay? He's really not a bad person that he just wants me to go to jail. No. People are good. But they have their agenda. Ang agenda ni Fred is to get his money.
So?
Okay, even Mina understands something. Tagaan lang nato something sa si Fred. Niya, tanawa lang niya sa inyong masabot-sabot nga every now and then natin mahata. That part, because I know, because na gusto ko mapalit ang computer, ihatag kang Fred. I'm not just gonna talk to you about blah, 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 blah. No.
You're going to give him a computer.
Part, huh?
And you think he will be happy with the computer.
I think I would be if I was in his shoes. Given what his
But you're not, Fred.
He knows.
Fred is not you. He doesn't have your...
Already.
He does not have your education or your perspective. He's coming from a very different... He is coming from a very different perspective as you are, ba?
You have to be able to see from his perspective, no, Melvie. He is angry right now. He really just wants his money back.
Yeah, and you think that a computer is going to make him happy enough to release
so
you.
I can communicate with him and so he can be aware of the knowledge out there. Because right now, yung perspective limited kayo because he doesn't know much. Or ang iya is negosyo. That's what he learned from his parents or father.
Okay, let's see. Katong imong ipada, Angkon, you were telling me basically the same things, that people are good, that the customs people are good also. Basically, everyone is good and you can talk to them. So now...
Basically, good means, na Melvie, when they have their agenda, okay, good means they think in ways that they will use what they know to be good to achieve their agenda. Fred, his money. Okay? He's really not a bad person that he just wants me to go to jail. No. People are good. But they have their agenda. Ang agenda ni Fred is to get his money.
So?
Okay, even Mina understands something. Tagaan lang nato something sa si Fred. Niya, tanawa lang niya sa inyong masabot-sabot nga every now and then natin mahata. That part, I would be if I was in his shoes. Given what his...
But you're not, Fred.
He knows.
Fred is not you. He doesn't have your...
Already.
He does not have your education or your perspective. He's coming from a very different... He is coming from a very different perspective as you are, ba?
You have to be able to see from his perspective, no, Melvie. He is angry right now. He really just wants his money back.
Yeah, and you think that a computer is going to make him happy enough to release
so
you.
I can communicate with him and so he can be aware of the knowledge out there. Because right now, yung perspective limited kayo because he doesn't know much. Or ang iya is negosyo. That's what he learned from his parents or father.
Okay, let's see. Katong imong ipada, Angkon, you were telling me basically the same things, that people are good, that the customs people are good also. Basically, everyone is good and you can talk to them. So now...
Basically, good means, na Melvie, when they have their agenda, okay, good means they think in ways that they will use what they know to be good to achieve their agenda. Fred, his money.
So?
Okay, even Mina understands something. Tagaan lang nato something sa si Fred. They will use what they know to be good to achieve their agenda. Fred sees money. Okay? He's really not a bad person that he just wants me to go to jail. No. People are good. But they have their agenda. Ang agenda ni Fred is to get his money.
So?
Okay, even Mina understands something. Tagaan lang nato something sa si Fred. Niya, tanawa lang niya sa inyong masabot-sabot nga every now and then natin mahata. That part, systematic, perfectly designed ways. The power in the universe. How can you not trust there must be a powerful God? The goodness in people is not for the fact that Judeans teach that people are sinners. Why do you teach that? You only have to look at babies to know they're innocent. But for whatever, not because of parents and what they teach. Nahibat. You can see that. No, well, actually people are not recognizing that. Maybe that's something new that I'm trying to emphasize in my book. Parenting is important. I saw that in how you parented, and interestingly enough, you don't even have good beliefs in God. But you were patient. And so they are. And as I talk to Linus, I know that Linus is in a good place in his life. He doesn't need God. But things happen in our lives. That is when God designed us to keep thinking and feeling and thinking and feeling and believing. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? But those mental processes have been so corrupted by the bad beliefs. Silang Daisy, Robert, si Robert, pwede may magkuhan. Pwede may mag-Bible study. I mean, people, di ba yung aboy, ay, ito lang. Jacqueline, just listen to that. They have their agenda, no, Melvin. They have to protect their agenda by saying that, oh, naman as Bible, and it is God's word. But God is Jesus Christ. God is not Moses. Katong gisulti ni Moses about God, they were so bad. And they were wrong. Look at the world now as a result. Angry people, impatient, vindictive, punishing, impulsive, materialistic. That's how the world is. That's been from the beginning of time. Ni Adam and Eve, tingali impatient. When they wanted something, they felt bad. Adam and Eve nagaway. You know, ang tingog di mao. So now you had original sin ever since. Pagsugod pa na because of what we accumulate of knowledge that are stored by our minds in dendrites of neurons that grow like a tree of good and evil. As told metaphorically in the story of Genesis, the original sin. Tinood man na. So the Bible is a good book to read to understand things. But in the beginning there was a word, correct na. Because when you're creating, it starts with a concept, and it's in a word. And it is in God's mind. And when God said this is good, believed it good, he said, let there be light. You have the Big Bang. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it is. You can believe that. Or, hey, can we prove it? Who could ever prove the beginning of time? Nobody can. But if you're here and everything you say and do is about trying to feel good and be happy, why not be smart and just believe what makes logical and plausible sense anyway? So this God is powerful, good, intelligent, and everything, and you can see it in what exists. I mean, why power na? Look at the universe. Why intelligence? Even the colors that we have, where bees are attracted to the colors of the flowers, that pollinates because of they go there, the circle and cycle that's so functional. If only man, who have freedom of the will, did not mess it up. Did that make a mess up because of our bad beliefs? How do we... Tanaw ang mga Republicans, number one. They're about money, money, money. And I'm just gonna say nga nila, I'm gonna go to the Philippines unafraid because I believe that God created us, and therefore because God is good, we are basically good. And I believe that Dan is good. Now, I also believe the Buddhist way of positive ways of thinking, where they say, I accept myself completely here and now, and conscious, no, really, they're number 8 na. I take full responsibility here and now for everything I experience because it is my own bad perspectives that creates my actions and influences the reactions of others around me. If I had come across the Fred thinking that I'm afraid or thinking or thinking, the conflict way, that's why you always have the legal system that is costing us so much money, okay? If I came across the Fred like that and I hide and I don't go home where he is already angry, don't you think he will get even more upset. And now, what about me? I don't get to go home anymore. By the time I go home, what now? And what about Mila? She will be arraigned June 11th. Why will I postpone when Mila is right there with me? Kami kunduha ani. And I've always said, di na ako i-abandon si Mila.
How are you going to save Mila? Kung ikaw mismo ma-jail ka, mabutang ka sa jail, how are you going to save her?
Bad perspectives where you are afraid na, Melby, because you don't have good beliefs about God.
Oh, I believe in God. I believe in keeping my powder dry. Do you know the meaning of that?
The meaning of God?
No, katong akong giingon, kang Cromwell nga kuan ba? Have faith in God, but keep your powder dry ba? I mean,
That's
look
why
at...
I'm raising money and still working on the business so that I have money to bring. And that's why if people can help me, I'm asking, can they give me money or lend me money? I'm also thinking about the physical because I know, because na gusto ko mapalit ng computer, ihatag kang friend. I'm not just gonna talk to you about blah, 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 blah. No.
So you're going to give him a computer.
Right, huh?
And you think he will be happy with the computer.
I think I would be if I was in his shoes. Given what his
But you're not, Fred.
He knows.
Fred is not you. He doesn't have your...
Already.
He does not have your education or your perspective. He's coming from a very different... He is coming from a very different perspective as you are, ba?
You have to be able to see from his perspective, no, Melvi. He is angry right now. He really just wants his money back.
Yeah, and you think that a computer is going to make him happy enough to release
so
you.
I can communicate with him and so he can be aware of the knowledge out there. Because right now, yung perspective limited kayo because he doesn't know much. Or ang iya is negosyo. That's what he learned from his parents or father.
Okay, let's see. Katong imong ipada, Angko, and you were telling me basically the same things, that people are good, that the customs people are good also. Basically, everyone is good and you can talk to them. So now...
Basically, good means, na Melvi, when they have their agenda, okay, good means they think in ways that they will use what they know to be good to achieve their agenda. Spend his money, okay? He's really not a bad person that he just wants me to go to jail. No, people are good, but they have their agenda. Ang agenda ni Fred is to get his money.
So?
Okay, even Mila understands something. Tagaan lang nato something sa si Fred. Niya, tanawa lang niya sa inyong masabot-sabot nga every now and then natin mahata. That part, I leave to God. Tagay sa tao may kwarta. Or kumagawat naman pinag-bisag pila. Basta lang na sign of goodwill, na faith. Or something nga, naapa mo, naghatag-hatag mo, bisag gamay. I mean, and what is that amount of money when you really think about it? $500,000, you'll be happy. If I can give part of that, would he really rather? If you're thinking smartly, give that to the lawyer?
He's got 5 million big na utang nimo. Ang lista, mga 5 million, wa pa'y labot interest.
And he was already willing to just accept a Compostela, which was $500,000 ang gisulting a value. Because he knows he got his money back already na Melvi. And we've already, just na Melvi, over the years, that guy knows he has made money on us.
Do you know that ang defense ni Koan, if we go to material things, but what is actually there in the defense ni Koan, ni Attorney Cañete ba? First of all, in English, halos gahapon because I was looking at the details ba sa iyang presentation. Dili murag garbled kaayo ang iyang presentation, doesn't know how to present his Koan. And the most important thing unta ay presentation of the computation of how much you borrowed and how much you have paid and all. They're not there ba? They're not there. Kulang magali ang mga checks or what. Ingon magali siya, here's attached 1 to 158 items of checks nga nibayad namo. And yet, ang inyong gi-attach, 1 to 50 lang. Kay Koan ko no, kay tuapan ni Mila ang Koan. How is that a good defense? My goodness, reading the Koan. I read the Koan, the whole thing, and I tried to read it over and over again. Galibog ko sa iyang Koan. Di na ko kasabot. And the only part I thought initially katong sa una when I read 2 took a cursory look at it, ay okay lang di ay kay koan what may intent to defraud, and also I'm sure Vicky can prove that, and everybody can say nga nagtuod jud si Vicky nga makabayad jud siya and all that ba. That's easily proven that you're really koan ba, you're really thinking that you really think that way ba. But then, the fact is, pagbasa na ko gahapon, ang BB22, they only need to produce bouncing checks, and there is no questions na defense, it's a bouncing, and Cañete did not even know that, because he's defending you based on the estafa thing. But this is not an estafa case, and even the Tangko people, they know that. You're being charged with how many counts? 22 counts of BB bouncing check, and only 1 count of staffa. Now, ang defense ni Koan is really useless because the checks are there. There is useless ang defense, Anna, and even the judge, when he says that, he knows that he cannot go against the law. He cannot make his own interpretation. That's what judges are there for, to make the interpretation law. But how can you interpret if you say not guilty to somebody whose bouncing checks are there? Just because QEX ang company, dili kon, that's another argument ni Cañete. That doesn't hold water. Ikay precedent sa koan. You signed it. Period.
I know. Time to change the law.
Okay, but meantime, since the law has not been changed yet, you take the wise move and stay here lang sa, but you can negotiate with Tan. I approve of negotiating and finding a way to In fact, I would like to work with you, and let's use those resources so we can raise more money. But you work with... Gamay lang hinuon lagi. When you get a hold order, everybody lagi who loves you or who thinks that they should contribute will have to contribute, and you are putting us in a position like when Manong Emong was in the hospital, and then you're calling everybody to contribute para jud mabuhi pa, and then what if later on moingon na lang ang mga nimo, bahala na siya diha, bitaw ng you'll get hurt, said Anna. I think that will hurt you.
No. Oh, good. I still say the same thing ang kanang property. If there's a chance na mabuhi ang Manong Emong, ang property man. But klaro jud kay nga dili, and I guess God took him, ang ginuron sa nabuhot na lang, so wala na nakagasto.
Moligi, pero sa imo, it will become not only 5 million sa kangkuan, as you say, mangayo silang 20 million.
Ako patingay mo, imang kung pasagdi na ko ninyo, ayaw na yung taong ko ninyo buhian.
Moligi, kung kinabuhi na, which is easy for all of us to say, but when you're there, nagkuan init kuan, you're being punished ba? While you're still alive, you're being punished. May pampatay kay, at least you can say nga, at peace na ko. Pero when somebody is in jail, you ask Ludi how it feels. Oh no, not now.
Wala lang siya freedom.
Not now. Dili na siya hayahay. Sa una tingali, there was a time na hayahay. But now she's not there. There are no air conditioners anymore, and then koan. Bahala na lagi ka sa mga ok-ok diha.
Oh. I will have to live with that also, pero lagi na magbigay. Apil mo yung mag-ukok. Dali raw na ilisas ginuha kong ukok. Hindi ko madlok. Sa una bitang porti na kong talawa nag-injection. Di mo ko talawa ron.
Okay. But you don't care about how it's going to affect your family, right?
I do, and my family can feel good knowing that I am in a good place in my spirit of heart and mind. But that is what is important. Di man na ang importante nga ang physical nimo, but it's important is they hear you and they know you are in a good place because you have very strong faith.
Okay. Maybe that's why I'm recording this, so that they know that you are in a good place when you're in jail, because ibaw ko nga di man sa ka matandog jud ba, but I'm recording this for your family so they understand that pagbuot ni nimo, and this is really maybe martyrdom that you purposely choose so that people will listen to you. So, in fact, this is a good thing that we're recording all these things, ba? Because they will see how you are really a miracle lady, ba? Despite all your grabe jud kay kanang there are things about you that we can learn, that we can copy, ba? And make us happier and make us more stable, ba? Pero there are things said unta nga may change ang kagahi ni mo gulo is number 1, ba? Nga you think nga ikaw na jud ang perfect, ba? Wala ang ikaw na jud ang lagi, but your views are the ones that are correct, ba? Nga
they are views according to what Jesus taught, not mine.
Okay, whatever Jesus taught, however you interpret it, let's just say that you think that your interpretation is absolutely the correct interpretation, ba?
So it's all about love, Namaste, and I think the old man na love is the answer. To understand what love means.
Yeah. Pero even that love is the answer, ba? Sayon ra kaayo na isulti. In fact, everybody says that you're not alone. There are so many thousands of songs dedicated to love and how it is the answer. Pero when I say interpretation, ba, when you go to the nitty-gritty of how you apply it, that's where you have your ways and other people have their ways. Lain si Joplin og way, lain ka og way, and you think that you are absolutely the only one who's correct sa interpretation. Lagi, you think that lagi na, I say that there's a lot of things we can learn from you, ba, about hardwiring our brains for good things. That is one thing that we can learn from you. But there are also a lot of good things that you are doing that you are blind to, ba?
My narrative is not over yet.
I know.
Not over yet.
I know, pero you have to...
Come out yet.
Yeah, there's still the future and how we are discussing about what's going to happen in the future. What if you're in jail? What happens to your family? What happens to the people around you? To the business that you thought nga ipadayon nimo? What happens to all that, ba?
What happens if I don't do what I do? All my life more about love and about writing this book.
Why? What will it stop you? Will it stop you from writing the book if you're not in jail? If you were to stay here, will it stop you?
Possibility para one day po. At you can be just like all Judeo-Christians was. So,
we have an...
so I naman na naman din.
Kinsay na, ah?
Okay.
Kinsay na, ah?
Tani.
Oh. Na, I mean, kinsay na sa gawas?
Tani lagi.
Okay.
What you're saying comes from your perspective because of all your good and bad beliefs and because of your experiences. I come from my own perspective because of my good and bad beliefs, and my good beliefs are very good. They are very good. I believe in a good God. I believe that He is love. I understand what love is. And I'm going to behave according to how I understand the Buddhist way of spiritual thinking, where we understand that how we behave